Here's how to add buttons, mobile buttons for your car or motorcycle in Godot 4. So all I need you to have before you continue the video is just like a button scene for the place to put your buttons, and at the root of the node, for me it's the control, we're gonna put a new script and then we just call UI underscore buttons and create. And in here, so there's two ways you could actually like do this. There's one by just manually going to the signals and just doing it like that way for each button, which will make your code like really large and kind of really hard to like adjust because it'll be like over 80 lines of code. The other thing to do, which is a lot shorter, it's like around like 15 lines, is to use a dictionary and a for loop. So first we're gonna do is we're gonna make the dictionary, and in here we're gonna just do like forward is equal to whatever you put in your input map to move. So in my input map, forward would be called throttle, backward would be called brakes, and then steer left and steer right would be my right and left. So here I just have to do throttle. Make sure to do it at exactly the same way it's spelled, otherwise it's not going to work. And yeah, so I have my forward, right, backward, and left. So now we're going to make a function ready, and in here we're just going to like connect the signals for the buttons. So we're going to use a for loop. Okay, so what this line pretty much does is that we're going to get the button path for each of these buttons, and you just have to do this on however your scene structure is. So mine will be in the VBox, HBox container, and I have another one called HBox container too. So the way we're going to see the difference is it's going to we're going to add a 2 to the end of this if the direction is one of these two buttons getting pressed. Else it's not going to include that 2 and it's going to be one of the forward or right buttons. Then we're going to do a +/ direction, so we're actually getting the button, because because if you don't include this, if you don't include that, then it's only going to get the HBox container, it's not the button path. The next thing is just to get the button node, which is a lot easier. You just do button.getNode button path, and that's that. Then we just have to connect the signals on whether the button's pressed or released. We're going to get that button node, and we're going to connect the signal button down, and all it's going to do is it's going to simulate the input of you pressing that button. It's not done yet, because if I just run this right now, we haven't made it to release the button. So if I press the forward button, I'm not holding it anymore, but it still thinks I'm pressing forward because we never made it let go. Okay, so all we have to do now is we just have to copy paste this line, replace the button down with button up, and then input action release instead of press. Now if we just run this, if I press forward and I let go, it's not like constantly pressing forward. If I can press right, let go, and yeah. But one thing, before you export this to mobile, make sure you're in the mobiles in this the render settings, you're in mobile. Otherwise, if you're like on anything other, it's gonna like be super laggy and super unusable, and it will just keep on crashing. So just make sure you're in that proper rendering. Alright, thank you. Bye.